Yo, g'day. Thanks for watching. I hope you're well wherever you are in the world right now. Today, I'm just going to look back on some photos I've taken on the prior week and just go through a few of them and give you a look too, so you can see how the week went for me in photography. And hey, I'll be interested to know how it went for you too. So please do let me know, or give us a shout as to what you've been shooting out there in the previous week. Okay, let's get into it. Well, yep, I started off the week right outside here in the garden with these new spring blooms. And these photos here were taken on the Canon EOS-R with the RF 35mm f1.8 at 1.8. And there's a photo of the cat. The cat's name is Ross, sniffing a wee bud there. And then some relatively close-up photos of these flowers. The great thing about the RF 35mm is it's macro, so you can push in quite close. The minimum focusing distance is 17 centimeters. So in that respect, it kind of covers the range of what 50mm 1.8. You can get the same framing and the same framing you could with an 85 as well. Then we got into town. This was actually last weekend, and they were setting up a crane in the middle of the city, and lots of people were interested. So grabbed a snapshot there, and then we headed around into Cuba Street, which is kind of the bohemian part of the city. And we took a few snaps around there. This restaurant here, Viva Mexico, I think it's called. I've been there a few times. Good Mexican. You know, it's rough and ready. Not too bad. And if you zoom in there, you can see the chef there doing something. Cooking? Could be cooking. This couple here, we captured on the park bench. Just attracted the attention, pulling up. He looked across. And yeah, I thought it was quite interesting because their feet both up on the seat there. Okay, the old self-portrait in the door of the pub. Yep. This is my wife leaping off a concrete pillar there. Oh, this is not too bad. We went into town to look for a cat called Mittens, who's famous out these ways. But we had no joy, so instead we got to see them set up a crane, and we got to jump off these little concrete pillars, as you can see right there. And I dropped on a self-portrait. Yeah, that's with the RF35. And then this next shot here was for a work exercise. It was Mental Health Awareness Week last week, and each day had a different theme embedded in Maori culture. And this particular day was whenua, which represents a connection to the land. As people, our connection to the land. And even though this is kind of spiritual in some way, I thought it represented that theme quite well. This here is a photo of a photo, and the pony in there is Comet. And at work, they're putting up a pet wall made up of everybody's pets. They're putting up photos all over the wall, and it's pretty cool, man. So I was stoked to see that they'd embellished Comet there with a few touches, namely the yellow background to match my work's colours, and the purple embellishments there. And then we caught up with this little pied shag. Is that what they're called? A little pied shag? You fancy a shag? Well, on the way to work, managed to see this guy sitting off on the rocks, and he gave me a little quizzical look there before chucking the wings in the air and setting flight, bound for who knows where. And here I managed to get a nice shot with the wings fully up, pulling air, head down, on the way. And then this wonderful shot here, wings spread, on the way out to sea. I mean, he or she could be going anywhere. It's not really for us to know, it's just for us to imagine. So I really like that photo. And that, in fact, is the last photo of the week. So, hey, I just wanted to drop in and show you some of the photos I take, because it's all very well sitting here talking about cameras and all that other stuff, which actually, when it boils down to it, is not so meaningful to me as what they can produce. And because I often find it doesn't really matter what I have with me at the time, so long as I take a moment to think about how I can use it to get the results. All of those photos were either taken on the Canon 80D or on the Canon EOS-R. And the lenses involved there were the RF 35mm f1.8 and the EF 24 to 105 f4. Oh, I also used the Canon EF-S 18 to 135mm f3.5 to 5.6. That's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Next week I'll do the same, so you can check out the photos I took during the week to come. Thanks again for watching. Did I say that? As always, like the video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Hey Ross, I'll show you some photos of your Rosso.